Two major religions, Jainism and Buddhism, arose in the 6th century BC and left a deep impact on the Indian life and culture. These two religions also influenced the religious beliefs and practices of Hindus. In this chapter, we will study the following topics: Jainism and Buddhism, causes of the origin of Jainism and Buddhism, the teachings of Mahavira, Gautama Buddha, and Buddhism, the teachings of Buddha, popularity of Buddhism, the system of ashrams. Religions. Two major religions, Jainism and Buddhism, influenced the religious beliefs and practices of Hindus in the 6th century. They emerged as powerful religious reform movements. Upanishads. The Upanishads criticized rituals and laid stress on right belief and knowledge. The term Upanishad means a session of sitting at the feet of a master who imparts learning. There are 108 Upanishads, many of which are later additions. The earlier Upanishads are in prose and in the form of questions and answers. Upanishads. They insisted that the knowledge of the self, the soul or the Atma, should be acquired. Also, the relation between Atma and Brahma, the creator, should be properly understood. Brahma, the creator, emerged as the supreme god, followed by Vishnu, the preserver and protector, and Shiva, the destroyer, also known as Rudra or Mahesh. Birth of Mahavir. Vardhamana Mahavira, the 24th and last Tirthankara of Jainism, was born in 540 BC in Kundragrama near Vaishali. His father was the head of a famous Kshatriya clan. Mahavir left home at a stage of 30 and became an ascetic. He practiced hard penance and meditated for 12 years, looking for answers to the questions about life which troubled him. Tirthankaras. Mahavir preached the same principles as the 23 Tirthankars, earlier religious teachers, had preached, but he also added his own thoughts to theirs. Mahavira preached to the masses for 30 years. Just as Buddha preached in the Pali language spoken by the common people, Mahavira also preached in the local dialect, Prakrit, and not in Sanskrit, which was the language of the educated. It was thus easy for the common people to understand his teachings. The faith that Mahavira preached came to be known as Jainism.
Teachings of Mahavira. He said that the aim of every human being should be to attain nirvana. There are three ways to attain it: right faith, right knowledge, and right action. Man's deed should be based on these three jewels, which are known as three Ratnas. He taught his followers lessons of ahimsa or non-violence. They were forbidden to kill any living being. Mahavira emphasized on attaining moksha, to be free from the cycle of rebirth, which could be achieved if a man led a virtuous life.
Supporters of Jainism. With its emphasis on ahimsa, Jainism was supported by merchants and traders whose occupation flourished in times of peace and security. Farmers, herders, butchers, etc. found this religion unfavorable. Over hundreds of years, Jainism spread to different parts of India like Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, etc.
Jain literature. Mahavira's original teachings were preserved through oral tradition. Later on, they were composed as 14 purvas or texts. At the end of the 4th century BC, a Jain monk, Sthulbhadra, called a great council at Patliputra and arranged the purvas into 12 angas or sections. After some time, some more new material was added, which were called upanga or minor sections. Influence of Jainism. Influence of Jainism can be seen in art and architecture as well. The gigantic statue of Gomateshwara at Sravanbelagola, the Dilwara temple at Mount Abu, Palitana temple in Gujarat, and Ranakpur in Rajasthan are fine examples of Jain architecture. Buddha was born in 563 BC in the forest of Lumbini. His childhood name was Siddhartha. He left home at the age of 29 and practiced rigid penance and meditation for many years.
First sermon after attaining enlightenment, Buddha decided to share this knowledge with other people. He gave his first sermon at Sarnath near Varanasi. There, 5 sadhus became his disciples. He spent 49 years of his life in teaching and converting people, with the number of his disciples increasing day by day. The teachings of Buddha. Buddha told people to lead simple lives. He taught 4 great truths. 1. Life is full of sorrow and suffering. 2. Desire or Trishna is the cause of all sorrow and sufferings. 3. This pain or sorrow goes when we suppress desires and cravings. 4. Trishna can be conquered only when we follow the middle path, Madhyam Marg, or the Noble Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path, Astangika Marga, to the highest bliss consists of 8 principles. 1. Right knowledge. 2. Right aspirations. 3. Right speech. 4. Right action. 5. Right living. 6. Right efforts. 7. Right mindfulness. And 8. Right meditation or contemplation. Ahimsa. Buddha stressed the importance of ahimsa or non-violence. He forbade the killing of animals during religious sacrifices. In fact, it was important to protect animals for the sake of agriculture. Therefore, it was unnecessary to kill animals. Buddha called animal sacrifice an inhuman activity. Royal patronage. Many kings converted to Buddhism. This set a personal example for their subjects to follow. Among them were kings like Ashoka, Kanishka, and Harsha, all of whom took steps to popularize Buddhism. The original teachings of Buddha are included in the Tripitaka or 3 baskets, including Sutta Pitaka, Vinay Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka, written in Pali language. They are also included in the Jataka tales, which are based on the various births of Buddha. After Buddha attained nirvana, Buddhism was divided into 2 sects, Mahayana and Hinayana. Buddhist monks. Buddhist monks travelled far and wide and influenced every aspect of Indian life. There were many changes in India, from food habits to agriculture. The idea of ahimsa became popular and vegetarianism was encouraged. Nalanda University. Nalanda University is the shining example of Buddhism's impact on Indian education. Students came to Nalanda from all over India and abroad. Buddhist monasteries. Well-equipped Buddhist monasteries attracted talented students. Consequently, Indian art and architecture flourished. As Buddhism grew in popularity, it produced some fine examples of sculpture, such as in present-day Bamiyan. Besides, Indian culture found a new direction in which to expand. Different monasteries. Buddhist monks went to Central Asia, China, Tibet, and Southeast Asia, where they planted the seeds of Indian culture. Thus, Buddhism became a vehicle that took Indian culture to all these regions.